And now, the not-so-secret formula to becoming known by Austin Kleon. Do good work and share it with people. It's a two-step process. Step 1, do good work, is incredibly hard. There are no shortcuts. Make stuff every day. Know you're going to suck for a while. Fail. Get better. Step 2, share it with people, was incredibly hard up until about 10 years ago. Now it's very simple. Put your stuff up on the internet. I wish I could take credit for those words. That was from Austin Kleon's book, Steal Like an Artist, which if you haven't read this book or even heard of this book, go pick up a copy. My copy's looking a little rough. I've got pages falling out. There's stuff written all inside of it. But this is an amazing book and I highly recommend it. This section of the book resonates so much with me right now, what with trying to find an audience on YouTube and find my voice and all the things that we struggle with as creators trying to find our way on this platform. But as I work on ways to sway the algorithm and find people to collaborate with and all the things that we're doing, I have to ask myself, is that two-step process all there is? And like Austin Kleon says, that first step is incredibly hard. Step 1, do good work. Now I know good is subjective. What's good to one person may be terrible to another, but I have to think that what he meant by good is what you can bring to the table that is the absolute best that you can offer at that given moment. This is actually the second time I'm shooting this video. I had the whole thing done and ready to edit, and I sat down to start cutting it together and realized this isn't very good. But I realized if I'm doing this, I've got to do it 100%. And I love that the journey to good work is hard, and he doesn't paint it as an easy, pretty picture. I mean, he says, there are no shortcuts. Know you're gonna suck for a while. You're gonna fail. And through all that, through the pain of failing and sucking for a while and learning this craft, every time you complete a project, you get a little bit better. You learn from the mistakes from the prior project and you move on. I look back on my sort of creative path that it took me to get here, and it's hard to look at my old work. It was just bad. But no one just turns on the camera or picks up a paintbrush or a pencil or sits at the piano or guitar with zero context and is just incredible. I love the quote that says, talent is merely pursued passion. There's an artist who I love named Dave Raposa who hates it when people call him talented. Now, he is incredibly talented, but the amount of work that he's put into his art and his craft is unmatched. He's a strong believer that if you put the work in and you pursue those passions, your talent is going to increase. So good work aside, the second step of sharing it with people is exactly what I'm doing here. It's exactly what we're doing here on this platform. And sometimes it does feel like we're yelling into the void, like no one's listening. But there's this great challenge going around right now called the Swoop challenge. Now I won't go into the details too much, I'll link the video below, but basically we as YouTube creators, especially us with smaller channels, are doing our best to promote the people that we enjoy watching who might also have smaller channels and introduce them to the audience that we currently have. And so this is my official response to the Swoop challenge. Number 1 on the Swoop challenge is Adil Constantine. So I met Adil through the No Small Creator community, and he actually challenged me to do Vlaugust, which, as you guys know, it's 31 days of vlogging, which has been incredibly difficult and challenging, but it's been good for me. He's going along this whole Vlaugust journey and he's killing it. The thing I love about Adil's videos is when you watch his stuff, you know that that's not a persona that he's putting on. The person that you see on screen is 100% him. There's nothing fake about it. He's just presenting himself on camera the way he would if he were talking to you in person. He's extremely knowledgeable when it comes to the content that he's talking about, and the amount of grind and hustle that Adil has is incredible. It motivates me to continue on with this whole thing, as insane as it might be. Number 2 on my Swoop challenge list is Abdulaziz. Now, the only reason I know how to pronounce his name is because at the bottom of all of his videos, he says, rhymes with a pool of bees, which if he hadn't spelled that out phonetically for me, there's no way I would have been able to pronounce his name correctly. He goes by the name Bandwagon on YouTube, and I found out that this kid is 15 years old. I can't even remember what I was doing at 15, but I can guarantee you that I was not grinding and hustling as much as him. And not only is he putting out content regularly, it's legitimately entertaining and funny, it makes me laugh, and you can tell that he has those sensibilities that it takes to become a filmmaker and a big creator here on YouTube. Third up on my list is Metal for Breakfast. Now, if you're here because of the No Small Creator community, chances are pretty good that you already know who Metal is. But if you don't, do yourself a favor, click on the link below and check his stuff out. The level of quality that he pushes in his videos is incredible. He's funny, super entertaining. He's created this whole fiction vlog genre that blurs the lines between what's real and what's not, and he's a fantastic editor on top of it all. And last on my list is Craig Adams. Now, some of you might actually know who Craig Adams is. He's a little bit bigger on the YouTube platform, but I can't help but mention him because of the ease in which he unpacks his vlogs. He's a self-proclaimed minimalist, he's based in New York, and when you watch his content, it's straightforward, it's to the point, there's zero fat, and he's able to tell a story in a way that's compelling. Some of his vlogs are about 15, 16 minutes long, and you get to the end of them and you don't even realize that 15, 16, 20 minutes have gone by. So all the creators that I've mentioned are in the description below, so please check them out. And if you're watching this video and you've never done the Swoop challenge or you're just now hearing about it, I encourage you to try it. Introduce the people that inspire you and the people that you work with to the audience that you currently have, and let's help build each other up. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.